Hello again, welcome back to northern Canada. Middle of March, snow is here. Yeah, we had 8 inches the other day and it doesn't seem to want to go away. So spring hasn't quite arrived. But in the meantime, let's have a look at another rifle. Anybody recognize that? Yep, that's a Sharps rifle. Buffalo rifle to some people. Star of stage and screen. Was in a lot of Hollywood films. But anyway, let's get up close. First things first, the action is open, the chamber is empty, this gun is safe. Let's start at the far end. Pistol, semi-pistol grip, shotgun style buttstock with a flat butt plate. Higher comb makes it easier to shoot in prone and seated positions. Also helps with the recoil. The gun pushes back on the recoil, and this is more in line with the barrel. Moving along to the action, this is the iconic Sharps action. Everybody who knows anything about guns will recognize this profile. The heavy hammer and the falling breech. Let me try and demonstrate. It's operated by a lever here. So as you push the lever up, excuse me, I'm one-handed, the breech will close, and when you pull it back down, the block has fallen and the chamber's open, ready to be loaded. There's a groove in the receiver here, where my thumb is, that will accept a cartridge. This is a dummy round, a snap cap. So you drop them in there, push them into the chamber, and then you close the action. I'm not going to do it, it's kind of hard one-handed. Anyway, out they come. Moving along to the barrel. The barrel goes from octagon to round at the end of the foregrip here. 34-inch barrel on this baby. This is the long range model, which is a replica of a model that was made in 1876. This is where the original ladder sights were. I've taken them off because they obstruct the view from the rear sights that I've retrofitted. I haven't taken the ears off yet, and I need to get a couple of blanking screws. I think I'm going to leave the ears on. Sights. Okay. It's a target rifle. And at the front end, we have got globe sights. Okay, a little closer view of the Lee Shaver front sight on this rifle. It's called a globe sight, obviously, because of the round globe shape. The center part, the little ring, is an interchangeable insert, and you would circle the bull with that ring. Different size inserts are available for different ranges and different size bullseyes. Below that you can see a spirit level, and you can see the bubble moving, and what you would use that for is to keep the gun level, to avoid canting the gun. Canting the gun is one way or the other, like that, and that would enable you, when you're shooting long distances, to keep your windage and elevation adjustments correct and make the gun more accurate. Like I said, this is made by a fellow in the United States called Lee Shaver. A very high quality sight. It's a retrofit. Nothing wrong with the original Pedersoli sight. They work very well, but I kept losing the inserts because they pop out, and with these Lyman style sights, that can't happen because they fit in a groove and they're securely screwed in. And also I can interchange the inserts with my other guns, which take Lyman sights. And you can also buy custom inserts from other gunsmiths who make custom Lyman style inserts. So there we are. I'll show you the rear sights now. Rear sight is a Red River sight. It's actually made in the Ukraine, imported by a guy in Winnipeg. Very good quality sight. It's what they call a Soul sight because the adjustment for windage is on the bottom here. You turn these knobs, they both work either side, and there's a scale in the middle, right there, and also there's a scale on the adjustment knob on this side. So you can dial it in and you can repeat your settings whenever you have to. It has a Hadley eye cup which has an adjustable iris. You move it by turning a little wheel on the side here. You can change the size of the iris in the middle. Yeah, you can see the iris in the middle of the eye cup there, and I don't know if I can do it. You change the size by just moving the wheel. See, it's got the largest size there. Yeah, okay. The elevation adjustment is by this screw here, which is operates on an internal thread on the staffs either side. This is called a Bouchard type adjustment, invented by Mr. Bouchard, who went on to invent the 1878 Sharps Bouchard, which is a different rifle altogether. Anyway, so yeah, it's a really well made, very strong rear sight, very accurate, more accurate than I am, I must admit. Let's have a look at the triggers. Now then, 2 triggers on this gun again. So what they are double set triggers. The gun fires by using the front trigger, and in a panic situation you would just pull the front trigger, and it would be a very heavy pull, about 8 pounds, something like that, but the gun will fire perfectly fine. But in the target shooting situation, you would use the set trigger. So how that works is you push back, you hear it click, so the trigger is now set. So the front trigger becomes very, very light. Some people will call it a hair trigger. The gun is on half cock at the moment. Let's put it on full cock. So now the gun is safe, I showed you that. So I can pull this trigger and the hammer will fall. One thing to note about this gun is it's not a rebounding hammer. The full weight of this heavy hammer and spring is now pushing against the firing pin. So you do not want to open the action by yanking down on the lever right now, otherwise you'll smear the firing pin across the face of the chamber. So what you do is you put the gun back onto half cock, and now it's safe to open the action. This gun has a very short forend. You don't need a large forend to support a barrel as heavy as this. The barrel is heavy because it's a target type rifle. So the forend is only just long enough to hold the gun. It's got a very nice German silver forend cap, which, as well as being decorative, is also very functional because this is the area of the gun that gets a lot of chips, and obviously a German silver or pewter is more robust than wood. So there we are. That is the Sharps Model 1874 Long Range Edition, built by Pedersoli in Italy. Very nice rifle, very accurate, way more accurate than I am. And in part 2 I'll show you the rounds that it fires, and we'll do a bit of black powder shooting. Bye for now.